Hey guys, just want to put out a final update to my version of the Barrier Invocation Infernalist before I go and theorycraft the Energy Shield version with Zealots over here. Stack life regen, see if I can get my regen to outweigh some mana costs. Maybe swap some skills in, see what I can do. Currently sitting like right above 1 million DPS against Pinnacle bosses. Tooltip on Comet is at 34,000. But it doesn't include this +1 from corruption. Doesn't include damage once I've crit. I have a lot of things where once I crit, I do a lot more damage. Um, Sitting at 4.6k life. Um, it's a lot of life, but I it could go to 5.5k with like perfect gear. Um, but it's so expensive at this point in the build that I just couldn't be bothered. I'd rather try the ES version with that money. Maybe sell off some stuff so you guys can use it. Um, I think I have to keep the jewels, most of the jewels. I mean, I don't need the recoup anymore, so maybe not. But we'll see. My gear changes. I'll just go over what's different. My wand's the same. Helmet's the same. Just +5 cold skills with low mana, cold damage. Helmet, crit rarity, double res life. Shield is the same. I could go for a 3-socket shield, but it feels like a waste. I could just put rarity soul cores in there and play a new build. Putting max life into a 3-socket with like above 600% would feel so bad, but I would instantly go to like 5.2k life, just from that change. But it's such a waste. Um, 28% recoup amulet with bunch of stats and life, same one as before. Just like a 5 mon amulet. It's really nice. Same anoint, hail heart. Uh, the other ones are like 10 divines, I think. I think more. It might have gone up, but it's like 10 divines for the fire res one. I don't want that. It's too late. Spirit, max life, double res, same as before. New ring, cold damage, big life, rarity, strength, chaos, regen. Pretty nice. Uh, New fire res ring again. Uh, Cold damage, life, strength, double res. Just I need a lot of fire res on this ring, so it works out. I'm using ingenuity now, so these rings with cold damage get multiplied a ton. It's like 100% cold damage total, which I need because my tree doesn't have a lot of straight spell damage. My leggings, 35% move speed on my boots. Big life, the mana there, I'm just barely making up for. 757 versus 753. It's super close. Remember, the curse needs to be higher, so it's above by 4 mana. Lightning res, chaos res. Reduced shock actually does help, because when you're shocked, you hit yourself harder. So it's actually not that bad of a stat. And then my gloves, I'm at 16% gloves with high life, high energy shield. I was using these usually. I can't really tell a difference. You cast a meteor slightly more often, but with the cast speed and the energy shield, it's not too different. I think I'd just settle for 2-socket, to be honest. Um, it's just that the life difference is so small because it's 20 higher that I'm just using these for fun. I think it's slightly more DPS. Passive tree. Some changes to the passive tree. I moved these nodes right here over to these ones just so I could grab a jewel socket, and I don't need this fireproofing thing anymore because I don't need 15 fire res. Ignite effect was useless. It was like 200 regen, and I was at like 6,000 regen. You're not gonna notice it. Uh, Grab more jewel sockets. I'll hover over them real quick. Just energy and recoup for most of them. Some of them don't have energy. I think this one doesn't have energy. Yeah, just for, energy shield and crit chance is also pretty nice. Um, Mouse over. I think that's all of them. I took out these 2 life recoup nodes and this one just because I kind of wanted to put the points down into the right here. I'll go over that in a sec. I ended up taking ingenuity here. 25 int is like 50 life because I can take strength instead of int on my tree. So 50 life is a decent amount. So for 2 points, So I took that. It's like 56 because this one technically gives 3 more than a normal node. Down here, this is a Against the Darkness. YouTube comment said, hey, you should use this, and then I looked at my tree and said, it doesn't fit anywhere, it's not possible. And then I saw these crit nodes and I was like, wait, let me see how cheap the Against the Darkness was. It was 1 divine. They're really hard to search for, you just kind of have to scroll. But this one gives me, I think it's like 12% max life, something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, I don't know, somewhere around there. And 3 max fire res. It's pretty good. You can replace the fire res with like damages extra cold. There's a few others. Just kind of look around. There's a lot of stats that would be really nice. But I bought this for 1 divine. It was kind of a steal. Other than that, I think that's all the changes to my passive tree. Remember, you can, if you don't have Against the Darkness, you can just move the nodes up here, get the recoup nodes back. You'll feel a little tankier instead. Gem changes. Haven't changed hypothermia. I'll just mouse over them. Still same there. Barrier Invocation, still 17. Comet, I corrupted +1. Took a lot of tries, but you can pretty easily just pick up a bunch of skill gems, corrupt them. As soon as it hits +1, you can just slap it in there. It doesn't need any sockets. Magnified effect, I can swap this out with Gonk effect for bosses. It's pretty nice, 40% more damage. Area is just insane for mapping though, so I usually keep that in. Still Spell Echo, Capacitor, Impetus. Ember Fusillade I use a lot less because I don't have 1500 energy shield. Remember, you need double your generation and energy shield to really make use of Fusillade, and I don't have that. I generate 700-ish energy shield, so I should have 1400, but I only have 1200. So I don't always use it, but it is nice. Blink, still love it. You could put in a second Barrier Invocation with some of these skills, but I don't want to because Blink is too OP. Just Flash Recovery, Second Wind, Ingenuity. Let's see, Dash Around. It's super broken for mapping because a lot of gaps you can just teleport over. Some places you get stuck on that were cool to find, but that's about it. Winter. I use this. I forgot to do quality, although I don't really want quality that bad. Winter gives critical weakness, usually around 5% per cast if you throw it directly on a boss. Just 5% more damage, pretty much. Cold exposure, another like 20% more damage against bosses. And then this for more crit chance, you apply more critical weakness. This for slightly more crit chance, more critical weakness, although it's such a small difference, you could lose this for a lot of things. I don't know, I haven't tested too much into it. I'm stopping this work on this build just because I think I'm capped on growth. I could get a slightly better wand with like 60% more damage. I could get a 3-socket shield, but it feels like a waste. I don't know, I could get more stats somewhere. Slightly more energy shield on my helmet, but there's not a lot I can do. So I think I'm gonna explore energy shield with like fireball or some other skills that cost a lot less life because I don't need to hit myself as often. When you're energy shield, you're just worried about regen. You don't care about recoup. So I can maybe hit myself once for like, I don't know, 2000 and then regen a ton more. So we'll see about that. Interested to see like a big fireball hitting off the walls and doing a bunch of damage. Some of the fire flower stuff looks pretty cool. That's about it. I'll leave with a map showcase.